Here on this table, I got the most popular Chinese beers. And yes, I'm gonna drink them all. I'm gonna taste them all one by one. I will give them a score. I will rate them and I will tell you which one is the best. And I'm probably gonna be drunk at the end of this video. So let's start. So the first one is a particular one. This is the Qingdao beer or Qingdao. In China, you can also buy beer in a bag, in a plastic bag like this. Yeah, cool, right? So you can carry your favorite beer wherever you go. And this is the original Qingdao in can. So maybe they taste different and let's compare. Let's see what's the difference. Let's start with this bag. Yeah, I don't have a beer glass, so I'm gonna do it with a regular glass. I can smell it. The smell is so strong. Okay. Yeah, I can feel it's quite sweet, very strong. Actually, I feel it is so strong. There's no information on this bag. There's not even the Qingdao logo. It's just a common bag. The beer tastes great. Yeah, I love it. Sweet, juicy. Yeah, a nice lager. I love it. I love this one. Now I will try the canned one. Let's see. Is it the same or is it different? I will just drink it from the can. I actually don't like to drink beer in the glass because I think it will lose the original taste. So let's see. Definitely not the same. So despite being the same brand, I feel it tastes so different. The beer in the bag tastes so strong and much sweeter than the one in the can. But this is just not special, it's just a regular beer. This is the most famous beer in China. This is a beer that comes from Shandong. Actually, it takes the name from the city where it comes from, Qingdao. So the next beer I'm gonna taste is this one. It's called Zhongshan and it comes from the same factory of Qingdao. This is a different one, it's just a similar taste. Let's try. I would say it's quite strong, but very different from the other two. This is not sweet. It tastes like a regular lager. Despite being strong, there's nothing special. So a score for the Qingdao beer. I will say this tastes great, but not perfect. So I will give 9. This is just a normal beer. It's nothing so special, despite being strong, which is good. But I would just give it a 6, nothing more. The regular Qingdao, also, yeah, nothing special, not a great beer, 5.5. Okay, let's continue with the next two beer. I love beer in bottle because I think it keeps the original taste. These are the Yanjing beer. Yanjing is a beer that comes from Beijing. If you come to Beijing, you will see this everywhere. So this is the classic. This is the original Yanjing beer. And this is the Yanjing U8. It's a little bit lighter than the original one. And it should taste a little bit different too. Okay, let's start from the classic one. Very fresh. I really love beer from the bottle. This is not bad. It's a little bit better than the Qingdao. I would say, yeah, still nothing special. I don't think there is some attitude in this beer. Now, let's try this, the Yanjing U8. So this should be a little bit lighter. Just a couple degrees less. And let's see it. It tastes the same. I don't feel there is difference between them except the degrees. Yeah, you can feel it. You can feel it if you drink it a lot. But I would say that is not bad. Yanjing beer is the legend of the beers in Beijing. So I will give a 7 to this one. And you can guess the score of the Yanjing U8. It tastes the same. The score is the same. Its name is U8. But the score is 7. Okay, the next beer is called Wusu. This is a beer that comes from Xinjiang, which is on the west side of China. Why is this beer so special? This beer is famous because people like to drink it with barbecue, with very hot meat. So barbecue is very famous in China, the barbecue meat, the barbecue restaurants, and in every single barbecue restaurants they sell this beer. You know, in barbecue restaurants people love to eat spicy, and the best way to cure your spicy taste in your mouth is wusu. And let's have a taste of it. Not bad. This is a regular lager, yeah. I love juicy beers, and I will say that this is one of the best so far. The taste is great. Yeah, I like this beer. I like the taste of this. I will say it's the best beer matched for eating hot meat, especially spicy. I will rate this, let's see, 8, a good 8. Yeah. Okay, the next lager, the next beer is called Harbin beer. And as the name says, the beer comes from the city Harbin, the northeast side of China. It's a very cold place. That's why they have put those mountains in the design of the logo. So let's have a taste of this one. People in this area of China really love to drink beer. Close to the taste of the Qingdao beer. Yeah, I just feel it's just a balanced beer. It's not bad. It's just very regular, very common beer. I rate for this would be just 6. Okay, the next beer is another beer that comes from Beijing. This is called Shui Hua. I think the English name would be Snow. Yeah, very rich in flavor, very fruity. It's a good beer. Yeah, not the best. Yeah, don't get me wrong. So the score of this one, and I'm being honest, and I'm being very strict, this is 8. So, great, this is a good beer. Okay, I'm not drunk yet, and I'm going to introduce you the Taishan beer. The Taishan beer comes in 2 different types. This is called 7, which is the original one, just the classic taste. And this, which the label is sticked upside down, is called 28. And to be honest, I don't know the difference between them. So let's try it. Here we go. So this is the Taishan original. Okay, this is quite dry as a beer, but it's very tasty. Okay, the next one is the 28 type. Let's try. Okay, this feels much more like a regular beer, but this is not dry. This is a little bit bitter. This is the classic one, original Taishan beer. This is the type 28, and this is much sweeter. It's a lot better. I would prefer this type rather than this. I will give a Taishan 7 original a score of, I would say 7, and I'm being good. And this one, 7.5, just slightly better than this one. Okay, the next one is a very special beer, as you see from the label. As you see, there is a little panda face here. And in fact, the name of this beer is just Panda beer. I just heard it's very dry, so maybe it's not one of my favorite, but still, I'm so curious to see what does it taste like. So, let's go. Yeah, it's very bitter. The taste is very close to a pale ale, but it's a lager. Yeah, this is what it said. No, I mean, it's special. Yeah, it is special, but not my favorite. Oh, it says that it has a tangerine. So it has a tangerine taste, that's why I can feel a little bit of fruit inside. What score would I give to this one? I will not go lower than 6. And the last one of this session, this is called Hema. So this beer is recently very popular and people love to buy it, not only for its price, because it's actually very cheap, but also for its special taste. Why? Because this is a mint lager, so it has a very strong mint taste. So let's try, let's taste it. Actually, it doesn't taste like beer at all. It tastes more like a mojito. Yeah, it's a beer, it's a lager, but it doesn't have a lager taste. No, it's just a dry mojito, not even sweet. Usually the mojito has sugar, yeah, it has brown sugar in it, and mojito is kind of sweet. But this is just a dry mojito. I will give 5.5. Sorry, yeah, not bad, but not a beer. Not my favorite beer. Not at all. Okay, it's time for the Chinese beer podium. So right on the lowest step of the podium, on the third place, we will find the two beers from Beijing. The Yanjing original classic taste and the Xuehua, the snow beer. They are not the same company, but I feel they are quite the same. Yanjing beer, malty, nice, sweet, and snow beer. Malty, sweet, and fruity. Right on the second place of my podium is the Wusu beer. Perfect beer for the barbecue meat. This is so nice. And right on the top of the podium, the best beer I have drunk so far is the Qingdao beer in the bag, which is a lot different from the original wine, the can or in the bottle. I love this beer. I mean, it's great, it's juicy, it's malty, it's sweet, and it's strong, especially. I love nice, fruity, strong beer. And I'm gonna have one last sip before the end of this video. So, cheers, or how they say in China, 干杯.